follow the path, face it. So face your fears. If you feel fear, feel it completely. Feel it, nothing will happen, don't worry, you won't perish. Trust me.
No one is there, but you cannot function, psychologically function in
Who
this
says?
world with the fear.
Who says?
No one is seeing, but like to inquire where is this fear coming from, what wrong belief do I have, or you don't need to do all this.
No, you don't need to do all this. First of all, you need to just feel yourself. First feel yourself. All this thing about to whom is this happening and who am I? I'm an Advaita teacher. So I know what Ramana's teachings are. But I can tell you one thing is, it's all very good method to go into a space of emptiness. But for that, first of all, you must feel yourself. Get to know yourself. What you are. Let your entire cell of your body feel fear. If you feel fear, face it. Don't try to escape it. It's a form of escaping to something that's not. You will come to that background space of emptiness where everything will dissolve. But what's the hurry? First feel yourself. The most courageous and the brave thing to do would be first for you to feel the fear and how it arises within you. Feel it completely within you. The real liberation is not to find a way to escape from fear. It is not the absence of fear, but the transcendence, which means that in spite of the fear being there, you are happy. That's victory, my friend. Isn't it? I mean, if I'm conditioned by the fact that, oh, I'm going to be happy if there is no fear, that is such an easy thing to do. It's so easy. Oh, I need to do some yoga meditation. Why? Because I'm feeling fear, so I need to do yoga meditation. My guru told me, let me do some yoga meditation. It will help me get rid of my fear. I'm sorry, my friends. That's not the way I see living life. I feel living life is, let the fear be there. Let the insecurity be there. Let everything in the world that my God has given me, let it be there. But my God gives me the strength also to endure it and to come out victorious from there. So, in spite of everything being there, I am in peace with myself. I am in an inner joy with it. So I'm not looking at any works or any techniques of meditations, any to go through, so that I can get rid of fear. Or so that things get better for me. Many people do this, go into spiritual life so that their life gets better. Sorry, you're missing the point completely. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Right.
Like for example, if there is desire, like then I am seeing that mind is, I am aware that I am having a desire. But now it comes to taking a practical decision whether to enact or no. The seeing is just not a practical, I am aware, okay, this is my internal state. But in that, while functioning in the world, I will take a practical decision at that time what to do. Like for a simple example is, for example, like if I don't want to study, now I know, okay, my mind is, thoughts are within me. I'm aware that my mind is not ready to study. I'm aware that my mind is feeling bored. So I just, should I let my mind, okay, feel bored, I'm feeling it. Or should I say, no, I have to get rid of this boredom and I have to start studying. So it's actually...
I don't care. Find a way. Get to know what. I mean, if you don't study, you get poor marks. That's all. What is it got to do with your spiritual awareness? I mean, I'm not understanding that point about if you don't study, you get poor marks. I mean, I got poor marks all my life, but my awareness was good all the time. I'm not encouraging you all not to study, for God's sake. I mean, it doesn't mean that if you don't study, your awareness is going to be good. I'm not trying to say that. What I'm saying is, what you're asking me is, either I'm not understanding your question very well, or I don't know what it is like.
Like I'm asking, should I be an active doer of my life or a passive seer of my life?
Well, by being a passive seer, you could be an active also. Try to do that. Observe completely what you are from a distance, whatever is happening. If your awareness is good, your very awareness will tell you when you need to act. Right? You get up in the morning, do you go to the washroom? Right? Who tells you? Do you tell yourself, should I go to the washroom? No. Who tells you that? Your awareness tells you that it's time for you to go to the washroom, right? Similarly, when you observe yourself and you are witnesser to everything that is taking place, your awareness within you will tell you that, my friend, I need to study. I need to do good. It is your awareness. Let your awareness within you. You see what happens with most people is they are completely anxious about the results. It's a very competitive world today, and everybody of us feels that I need to do better than the other, but we're hardly working. We're only thinking we need to be better than others. You see? So first of all, we need to relax our mind. Come to this present moment. Worship myself. Feel what I'm feeling. Okay, I'm feeling fear. Now that fear is pointing to what? The fear is pointing to an awareness within me which always exists as myself. A stillness. Now being in that stillness will tell you, now I need to study. Now I need to do that. Now, so you need to trust your stillness more than your mind, because the mind is always perpetually going to scare you and is going to keep you engaged with all the things that are not going to benefit you. Trust me. So you have to analyze first where your mind is going more towards. Is it going towards worries, tension, stress, perpetual thinking, perpetual anxiety about and perpetual stress about what I need to achieve in life, rather than coming to this present state and looking at the book that you have in your mind, in your hands, and trying to pay attention to what's written there? When you develop the skill of attention, everything falls into place, even your education, even your expertise, just about everything. Trust your stillness. What did I say? Trust your stillness. Trust your consciousness. Trust your awareness within you. Keep trusting it, my friend. I'm telling you. Right? You'll be happier.
Us into some kind of stillness today.
Okay. I can. We'll try to do some kind of meditation. Somebody asking a question.
Sure. This is Rajiv from Junior College.
How do you stop the games of the mind? With the mind, how do you stop the games of the mind?
The games of the mind.
They trouble you a lot.
I know. In the absolute sense, there is no mind. The mind is nothing but a flow, continuous stream of running thoughts and emotions. They keep running around. You feel it's all in the background. Like an old tape recorder which goes. It's a pattern. It's a habitual pattern for us. And so we cannot enjoy the present moment because we get so, we are in a trance, we get so pulled into thoughts, various thoughts, and if we don't have thoughts someday, we feel something is wrong with us. So we keep engaging ourselves in thoughts, videos, TV, video games and all this stuff, right? We create our own thoughts, we create our own misery. So the first thing is, as I said, is to try and recognize the present moment, come to the present. If you can't recognize the present, then take an initiative to stop your thought for some time. You know and I know that between two thoughts there is a gap. There is never a continuous thought which goes. There is a thought, then there is a gap, then there is a thought, and then there is a gap, and there is a thought, and then there is a gap. It looks continuous. Why? Because our awareness does not recognize that there is a gap in between thoughts. So what we do is, we are smart people, intelligent people. What we do is, we stop the thought for some time. So at every interval, what you do is, whatever you're doing, doesn't matter. The world is not going to collapse, trust me. What you do is, you just stop. Wait for some time. Bring your awareness to either a breath, your breathing, or bring it to something intrinsically within you that you recognize as your beingness, and just stop the thought for a split seconds. Just stop it. Feel it. Now, without thoughts, do you think you exist? Can you exist without thoughts? Of course, we all can exist without thoughts. But the mind says you cannot exist without thoughts. The mind is perpetually fooling us. We feel without thoughts we do not exist. Our existence is dependent upon thoughts or emotions. But the fact is, without thoughts we can very well exist. We can have a very loving existence. Thoughts have its role to play. I'm not trying to say that you cannot stop thoughts all the time. You will be hitting the walls if you do that. But what I'm trying to say here is, at regular intervals, you can just command your thoughts to stop for some time. It doesn't make a difference. Nothing happens. Stop it. Feel yourself completely in that moment. Feel that you exist. That is a big blessing. Do you know what kind of blessing you have been given a human body, but you do not realize the blessing that you have? You do not value it. So start valuing yourself. Really start valuing your life. And that means just take some gaps in your daily routine. You don't have to do anything more apart than just recognizing the stillness that is always presenting itself to you at all situations. In any situation that you're walking down the street and you can just stop your thought for some time and feel yourself, your entire body walking, completely walking, feeling everything around you in the totality. Feeling it. It's not about seeing, my friend. It's about feeling. Remember. The looking and the seeing puts you here in the brain. Come to your heart. Once you are visually looking at something, try to connect to something that is visually presenting to you through the doors of your heart. And when you do that, you will feel existence, you will feel that you love being thoughtless, you just love being simple existence. Your concept about yourself will change. Your reality about yourself, which was so far conditioned by the fact that you are so and so doing so and so important work in the world, because without you probably the institute won't work, or probably your household will collapse, and all that thing will collapse. Trust me. Everything of it will just fall, and you will come to the reality, which is that your existence is not dependent on anything. Correct? Can you do that? Sorry? I'm happy.
Yes. Shivani Vatsa wants to say something.
Yes.
Sir, I was going to ask you, should we ignore the mind or should we master it? But while you were saying, I got it that maybe ignoring the mind is mastering it.
Very good. Fantastic. Amazing. That's very well said. Thank you. Yes. You got to ignore it for a long time for it to shut up. You know, you need to tell your mind to, because it's continuously going on, because you're fed it. You know, someone said that the mind is like a bad dog. The more you feed it, the more it starts to bark. So you need to stop feeding it, which means you stop feeding attention to the mind, which means you just allow the mind to be and ignore it, and you do your thing and let the mind do its thing. So let the thoughts go on and you just be busy with yourself. Let the mind be busy with something else. Slowly you will see that the mind is started to, come in control automatically without trying you doing anything else. It's a very easy way. Yeah? Right? Yes.
So it happens like all the time. It's like when I stop thinking or if I stop my thought process, I unintentionally stop breathing and sleep.
Why is the mic in your hand without you holding it near your...
And repeat my numbers.
Sorry.
It's like when I it happens with me all the time when I stop thinking, like when I stop my thought process, I unintentionally stop breathing and sleeping. Then I come
You intentionally stop?
breathing.
Breathing. Oh, okay.
I don't know why that happens.
Yes. It happens. So, but you're alive, right?
Yeah, and then
So, you survived. Ah, great. So there has to be something, right? So your breathing stops for some split of a second or sometimes, right?
yeah, and then I realize, I should breathe.
And then you panic. And then you say, let me take some more breaths. Well, the thing is, thoughts is related to the mind and to the breath. That's why the yogis, when I did Kriya Yoga, what I did was regulating the breath, making the breath to slow down so that it completely disappears at one time. We go into something called as kumbhak, which is Kevali kumbhak, automatic stoppage of breath. And by doing you master that kind of science, of course, by doing yoga pranayams. And breath, when the breath stops, the mind stops. When the mind stops, the breath stops. What the yoga does is through the control of breath, it makes the mind to stop. In what I now prescribe is you stop the thought, the breath will stop. So they both are interrelated to each other. So don't worry about it. When you need, the body is very intelligent. When it wants to survive, it knows how to survive. Don't mess with it. You do your job. When the breath will come, it will come automatically. Don't worry about it. It's good, very good. You got a very advanced people out here. Let me tell you that, Anjali. Your mindfulness center is amazing.
I'm surprised, happily surprised.
Yeah, it's great. I'm pretty impressed,
One question there. in the class they keep asking questions we can't answer about injustice and suffering and very, very major life-threatening illnesses some of them have, unfortunately. And in those circumstances, going into the stillness is difficult for them. So would you like to throw some light on these questions?
Well, these are not answers that can be given by the mind. Number one, in the absolute truth, when you realize yourself as Satchitanand, you will know that there is no life, there is no death. Whatever was happening is like all the waves, like how waves are, one wave, another wave, and a third wave, and you're just one of the waves. The ocean is intact. You are the ocean. Your identification to your personal identification to your individual mind and body has brought about this state of ignorance, which we call as ignorance, that I am this body and mind. But when we connect to this awareness within ourselves, which in Indian scriptures called as the Atma, but I call it as a self, we can call it whatever names. In that space there is no body. We lose the identity with our body. The body can function the way it is. We go more to the witnesser, the awareness, the substratum from where the body arises and where the body dissolves. You are a bigger picture than what you think you are. Much bigger picture. But right now to address that would not be very appropriate. I think for the time being what we must understand is we need to connect at least to our stillness, and that will lead us slowly, gradually to the big substratum, the big background set on which everything of us, the mind, the body, the life force systems, the prana, that is life force, and all the systems within ourselves is superimposed. And everything goes into layer, that is, everything goes into dissolve into the substratum. It does go every night, even now, when you all go to sleep. Every night when we go to sleep, we dissolve into something. And we love our sleep, all of us, don't you? So it's the most beautiful thing, right? We always look forward to sleeping at night. We never fear the unknown that time. It's only when the mind tells us that, oh, death is going to come near us or illness is coming near us, and that we're going to have that time we question, we start to feel what's going to be our unknown. We fear the unknown that time. We really fear the unknown, isn't it? And what has created that unknown? Isn't it so? Isn't it a paradox that when we actually go into the unknown, we are very happy? That is our sleep. But when we wake up from there and all these questions comes to us, that is, what's going to happen to me when I'm going to die? Then what about little death that we have every night? What about that? Our entire system semi-collapses, everything. We are not even aware, like, okay, most of us are not aware what happens to us when we go into deep sleep state. Right? We trust the unknown that time. These questions come to us only when we wake up from our sleep, having gone into an unknown state, which is like a death state. We come and then ask, what's going to happen to us when we die? Is there going to be hell? Is there going to be heaven? Is it I'm going to burn somewhere? Is it the karma? All these questions comes to us only when we are in our mind. So you understand that the actual experience of what we are is different from what the mind projects to us as fear. So you should stop believing the mind. Start disbelieving the mind. If you can do that, then you will connect to the unknown space within yourself. The more you will go into the unknown space, the more you will be happy to be there. And maybe at one time, you would be like me, looking forward to death than to live. Maybe, I don't know. But that's a different thing. I'm afraid. Anyway, yes.
So if you do something wrong, then should we, if the mind does something wrong, we are aware that, I am aware that mind has done something wrong, but should we ask for forgiveness because like I am scared now, I have to face the karmic repercussions or something like that. So if they say that if you go to the guilt, that repercussions won't come, that it will be washed. So it's
I don't care. Man, stop believing all that. You see, whatever makes you at peace with yourself, do that. If you feel that you're asking forgiveness to yourself or to the person whom you have harmed, is going to bring you happiness, to connect to the stillness. That is true. So what's my point? My earlier point was attention and awareness, recognition of your stillness. So if it makes you happy to ask for forgiveness or to make a silent prayer within you, that helps you to be at peace with yourself, do that by all means. Right? Or you cannot do anything and just say, I made a mistake, now I'm going to be in my stillness again and probably not repeat it. Be genuine about it. People can ask for forgiveness and still be the same what they are. Right? So be genuine, honesty. Be honest. Learn to be more honest with yourself. We have lost honesty in this world. We need to be honest. If we are honest, we will connect to our being and we will connect to the love that we are within ourselves. And that's priceless. It's a priceless thing. Right?
Amazing. Answered everything in that out. So now we want a taste of it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We'll sit for some time. We'll do a very 5 minutes, 6 minutes meditation, and then we'll do another 5 to 10 minutes meditation. The first one is about looking. Right? I want you all first to completely relax your body, be very still, calm. Right? Close your eyes for some time. Be still. That's good. Very nice. Be aware of any stiffness in your body. Just mentally scrutinize or go through the entire body. Feel if there is any kind of stiffness somewhere. If you feel any stiffness, just command it to relax, release the stress Let every body part, any of the body part, brings them out. The key to good meditation is relaxing. Just relax. Feel your shoulders, how they are. See the stress and feel the stress that your shoulders have carried since so many years. Mentally command to release the burden that's been imposed on your shoulders. Relax. Very good. Slowly open your eyes. Yeah, open your eyes slowly. Do not move your gaze. Do not move your gaze. Just maintain one gaze. Try not to move your eyelids. Just maintain a gaze and try and feel and grasp or connect the totality of what is in this moment within your gaze. Feel the stillness. Just feel it here. See, everything is offered to you at this moment. By keeping a simple gaze, you can grasp the totality of what it is. The space, the chairs, the colors, the sound frequencies, everything. And now close your eyes again and feel the space within you. Slowly close your eyes. Feel the stillness, the space within you. Without moving your gaze, try to grasp everything again in one movement. Try to grasp the totality of what is, my sound, the colors, the images, in one go. Do this for a few times. you must be able to feel the stillness even when you open your eyes. That's the key. I want you all to recognize the stillness while your eyes are even open. That's the whole point of our mindfulness. The space that connects me, the space that connects us together is available here at this moment. Try and feel it. Identify the awareness. Identify the joy that this present moment brings in your life. How precious it is. Look from your eyes as if you have never looked at all. This is the first time you are probably looking at something without moving your ears. Hear the sounds as if you have never heard it again before. Feel the air, feel the flow of birds touching you, the air touching you, feel how it feels at this moment. Everything should be felt in this present moment as if it's a new invention, it's a new way to exist for you. That's very good. Very good. Then close your eyes and now feel the same space within yourself. Very good. Remember, the key to good meditation is never to strain yourself, is to be completely relaxed in the moment. A good meditation is not something that happens in future or sitting for 2 hours. A good meditation is what is happening in this very moment. This very movement is a movement of meditation. This is, you can open your eyes slowly, come out of your meditation, slowly. This is what you should do for at least 10 minutes to 15 minutes in your life every day, right? This is the first part of your meditation that you should do. Try to inculcate this. Now the second part of it is about, like I explained to you about in your daily life. When you go about your daily life, take small movements away and try to recognize this, what we just did. You always have time to take out a few seconds to relax and to feel yourself. It is the most important thing. It is not about sitting or in your a time out, which is very good to take, but the more important thing is constant recognition. It's while you're engaged in your worldly life, you suddenly stop doing everything that you're doing. Take a moment away from everything and tell yourself these three little words. I love myself. Keep saying that. Just say these three magical words to yourself. I love myself. And do it with a feeling. Take a time out. Do whatever it takes to take some moments away from the normal interaction with the world and the worldly objects. That is going to make a huge difference in your life. Even when you are fearing or feeling any fear and insecurity, do not try to escape from it. Feel the fear, and when you feel the fear, tell to yourself, in spite of the fear being there, I love myself. It's going to magically heal. It's going to create wonders in your life. Slowly, slowly, slowly. It's going to build inside of you such great faith and confidence in the divine that you will be amazed. Trust me. Really. A day will come, the fear will be there because it's a part of your humanness. The insecurity would be there, it's a part of your humanness. Emotions will be there, it's a part of your humanness. And none of them will touch you. Nothing will be able to dominate your sense of existence. You will be in pain, you will be in fear, but you will be happy. Can you imagine a state like that? Being in pain, being in fear, and being happy. It's possible. I can tell you that. And sometimes a day will come, you'll be so happy, and so joyous that you will tell to God, God, give me some pain, please. Maybe that will come. Give me some fear, because I want to feel that. Because I can't feel it, I feel so much happiness in my life. So my friends, I think we should end it now, right? I love being with you all. Thank you. You're all amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That was beautiful. You really gave us a taste of it. And all our questions are falling off. I was getting ready to ask you about the subconscious and the unconscious, but all that has gone. Because when you taste the stillness, all those questions automatically fade away. My student Jeffy wants to express her feelings today.
So, ma'am, I, on behalf of everyone, want to thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Your words did inspire a lot. Maybe this will have a great and positive influence on everyone. Personally, I feel when I face tension, maybe I'll say it's okay, everything is fine. Thank you so much, sir. And ma'am, thank you so much. You came from Los Angeles to be here. Thank you. And I want to thank the Center for Mindfulness. We are able to know so much new information, and we'll be able to improve on our lives. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're very sweet.
So, one last thing is, we are going to have some dance therapy, laughter, music vis-a-vis stillness, can you just say a few things? You know, is that okay? We are trying out various things. We are experimenting.
Oh, you didn't want me to dance, right?
No, not
That's okay.
today. But your bottom line is, even there, stillness is most important, right? So
There can be great stillness in dance.
yes.
Yes. So the important thing is whatever you do, it doesn't matter. You can dance, you can sing, you can do a lot of therapies. But beyond therapies lies the stillness. I just want to point out to you, no matter whatever is happening in your life, everything is an excuse to go into stillness. Remember this. Everything is an excuse to go into stillness. So if it's fear, if it's a problem in home, a problem with your friends, problem in university, problem with bad grades, low grades, whatever grades, problem with high grades, but whatever they are, everything is an excuse to go into stillness. So it does not divorce yourself from what kind of activity you do. It really doesn't matter. You can go and move into any kind of activity that you are doing, and you could be engaged with anything in life, with any people in life, and you could still find a way to always go to stillness. So the important point I always say, from beginning till the end, is about
Stillness.
fantastic. So,
Thank you so much.
okay.
At 7th is our next function. Nanishwari.
This is all mine.